Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Coral Island. I'm Airigo. Been having a lovely day today. I'm doing pretty okay. Today's episode's, it's what do you expect with most Stardew Valley-esque games. That it's a lot of grinding, and that's, for the most part, okay. The stuff that's not okay with this game is, I feel like, the collection center, which I'm gonna get a little bit into today. And where do I need to go? I'm gonna go up and over. Okay, but the collection for offerings in this game are kind of bad because it's either you need to get everything. You need to make sure that you get everything spring, or oh, too bad. You need to wait until next year, or it's like, okay, you got everything. Good on you. Good for you. Anyway. Oh, by the way, either it's everything's in winter now, so you need to I know that you got everything, all the stuff in the spring done, and you got pretty much everything finished, but you now need to wait until winter to get everything done. That's mostly what's annoying me with this game the most, is that I feel like they kind of force you to, you have to play a full year pretty much, or they kind of force you to need to play like more than 1 year, which that's fine. Like devs need to make sure that their game is played long enough for retention and all of that. That's all. Okay, but when it's virtually, and I mean, there's something to say where the Gittergart, if I had like gotten all my resources in like Tacken in Force, I probably could have gotten it. If I had managed my money better, gotten a little luckier with drops and selling, and went a little more into farming, maybe. But that's not the issue I'm talking about. The issue I'm mostly referencing is that for a lot of the offerings, they're like, you can get most of them done within spring, or you have to get them in spring, which is the start of the game, which is, that's fine all. And then after that fish, it goes all the way to, okay, now you're locked behind everything in winter. So it kind of goes from one extreme where like you're in a rush to get everything done to kind of a lull where it's, okay, now it's a miscellaneous bug fish here. There is a like catching creature that is in the last zone. Oh, sexy shrimp. That's in the last zone of this area of like diving. It's in the fish, or the sunflower, I think it's starfish. Yeah, starfish. It's in this zone right here. So I need to make my way through this quest line, which takes a teeny bit, this quest line by the end of summer to get a chance of getting it here. Which, like, artificial length into games is nothing new. And devs sometimes just need to do that so that their game, just so that there's enough playability in the game, because this game has a lot of, it is essential, it is a Stardew-esque game, so it's going to have a lot of the same functionalities where, yeah, you can't catch every fish year one. Where catfish, well, actually, I guess something with fishing. With fishing in Stardew Valley, if I'm not good enough at fishing, oh, my inventory is full. If I'm not good enough at fishing, that's not gonna block me off completely from getting a fish, because I think I hadn't. I think that's. I need the blue mussel. I think in Stardew Valley, I think the catfish was a fish I desperately needed to get. It was a fish where it's like, I forget the exact timing. It's been a little bit, but essentially, that fish is very difficult. And the thing about Stardew Valley, in that respect, is that if a fish is difficult, you can get like, you're not barred from that fish from just because you are bad at fishing. You can get lucky with that. Because you can get lucky with catfish, where if it's a particularly sluggish catfish that just kind of floats to the top or floats kind of in the mid where you can keep it within range, you can get a catfish that way. Even if it's darting about, but it's darting kind of slowly. You can still get it. In this game, don't even think or even whisper they can get it if it's too difficult. If it's too difficult, it's too difficult. Too difficult, that's too bad. You're not gonna get it. That's essentially I'm just checking for my donations and such. But that's kind of the end all be all with this particular game is, hey, you don't have this, you can't do it. You are not good enough at fishing. Sorry, bud. That's too bad. I guess you're not going to get you're not going to get what you truly desire. You're not going to finish you're going to be able to finish this because you need, you need either your fish level high enough so that you can tolerate that level of like stress on your system, or okay, let me look at my I think it's this one. There we go. Your masteries. Let's go to fishing. Quality, meh. Fish net. I think here is 10% less resistant. So also this one's really good too. But you need to actually invest into your fishing a little bit more, which I can respect that, because it's a little bit more of a, this game it's probably going for the don't rush it, where it's more of the just take your time, you'll get through it. I feel like that's the vibe this game is trying to go for. Is that just sit back, just take your time, there's no rush. Which for me, who likes to kind of be able to get everything done and situated within like a year, which I'm probably not gonna be able to do, because I need on top of all this, I also need to get my coop and barn stuff done, which I haven't even started on yet, because it's a money investment. But in these games, it's more of a slow burn, and that's probably what they're going for with the fishing and everything, and the items that are just I think it's silver. It's a fish that you can only get it in the mines, but you only fish it you only fish for that particular fish in winter. So you can only get it, you only get it at the end of the year, which is, like I said, it's like, that's kind of annoying. And I prefer to be able to get everything done year one without the need to upgrade everything. like get my fishing rod to like gold or silver in order to even fathom catching like the Gittergar, which is already super difficult to get because it has several conditionals on it. I know there's some rare fish on that sheet too that are the conditional of essentially doing the offerings. So I don't even have a chance of getting them until I get the deep forest, which the deep forest is, I believe, yes, I think it's either this area or I think it's this area over here that's still hidden. That is deep forest. I cannot get that until this fish. Is that right? No. I can't even fathom to get that until way later down the line. Which, like I said, it's kind of annoying. I know I spent the 11 minutes ranting, but it's like my one gripe is that you can't really get much, and that just could be a me thing where it's like, it's a slow burn of a game. Like you should expect it's telling you to kind of slow down, take your time, relax. That's probably the goal of the game. For me, I'm like, I'm gonna get everything done, optimize efficiency as much as I can without like going. But there's a point of efficiency where it's like this is kind of ludicrous amount of efficiency. Whereas like each day is planned to the T, where I'm like, I'll just do this, like as long as I get this and this done, A and B done by the time C happens, I'll be happy. Like that's kind of my little efficiency. Like not like, okay, if I want 100% efficiency in Stardew Valley, I need 5,000. I need to grind 5,000 strawberries in spring to get my best profit margin, so that I can get the coop and pigs by summer 14, or else I'm thrown off track for the pasta throwing festival in spring year 2. Like that level of efficiency, that's a little bit too asinine for me. Like I can appreciate that level of commitment and stuff, but that's not my style of what I'm going for. Like, as I can respect that, but I prefer efficiency to a point. Also, stop rapping. And yeah, I kind of, and that's also with offerings. I kind of wish that the offerings were more, I guess, spread across the seasons, where the crop one is probably the best one. Ironically, just for the fact that the crop, I need to leave because of the crop one it's made for the crop one's made for, so like summer, winter, it's made for the season, so it's kind of spaced out like that. Where the other ones are, or at least the like insects, the fishing aspects of them, they are very, what's it called? They're very like all over the place, if that makes sense. They like to, what's it called? They like to, like, it feels like they have a lot of stuff that's, it's either it's winter or it's summer. It's either, no, it's spring or it's winter. There's literally no in between. My issue is that there's not really any in between aspects for a lot of the I like a lot of the turn-ins, because it, like I said, it's either you're missing one thing, and it's literally, yeah, everything can be done in spring or it's any season, and then okay, winter, where there are a few things that are like summer, fall, or yeah, summer, fall, but for the most part, it's either you get everything in spring, and you have to wait until winter, and then you have to wait until winter or fall. And then that's the only thing stopping you from completing that particular offering. And that is what's annoying. That's it's annoying me, is that like I'll go to, oh, I think this flower's ready. Gardenia. Okay, it's not required for anything, so I'll just sell it. Yeah, I'll go to offerings and kind of grab my example really quick. I don't need that, but I can probably get flour out of this, so I'll hold onto it for processing. Which my whole strategy for this part of my farm is, or just having one of everything is just for farming XP, because it's first time you harvest a crop, it's 15, or no, not 15, 25 XP for the first time you harvest a crop. And then after that, it's like the crop's value times like 0.075, I think, or some value like that. But going to the offerings, let me over there. So this one I think is barn out. So that's fine. I just need to get into artisan. Like monster load, I just need to go into the mines and fight bats. That's it. Fruit, I just need to get quality fruit. Artisan, that is kind of, I haven't gotten the first that's on me, but for this fish in particular is winter only in mines. You don't get this in winter. Where koi I think is spring, summer. This I think is spring, winter. So, and like and most of these are spring. Catfish I think is rainy spring. I think there's a little more leniency on the catfish, but like this is like you need to get spring or winter. Spring or winter. So it kind of forces you to get stressed out about these fish early on. Saltwater fish, this one's only in, again, spring. I think this is spring, winter. This is spring, summer. So I need to catch this one. Sardine, I think, is fall, winter. This one is winter. But they kind of spread out your fish. They spread out your fish, but I think that's mostly so you pace yourself a little bit. But it still is stressful because you can only catch it in spring, the Gatorgar, for example. And you can only catch it on rainy days. And I think we only got 2 rainy days, which is like 1 at the very beginning of the season and 1 at the very end of the season. So I only had like 2 chances to catch it. And it is extremely difficult. Sturgeon, that's the deep forest one. You can only catch this in deep forest. And this one is, sturgeon is has a very broad, I think there's only 1 season you can't catch it in. So that one is very broad. It's not that big of a deal, but I can't complete the rare fish until I get deep forest unlocked. And deep forest is through this, like the offerings. Sunflower, I explained, it's really deep into that zone. These are fall ones, like fall, winter. This one is fall, winter. This one is, I need to get this in spring, summer. Yeah, and this one is just that it's spaced out how you expect it to be spaced out. Where it's may have complained too much, and maybe I just want to be able to complete stuff, but I think something as just being as a what's it called? What did I do? Oh. As a probably just casually as a gamer is, I guess, completion marks. My brain, if gets happy when I get the endorphins from like marking stuff off my list. So maybe that's why I'm complaining about it so much, probably, and why I'm like, why, please? It's because I want the feel good from the what's it called? I want the feel good from completing something. Where this one, it's kind of denying me the feel good because I need to wait. It's delayed gratification because I need to wait until winter to complete most of the stuff. Or, in worst case scenario, until literally next year. But yeah, for me, that's my full complaint of the game, is that it's good. It's a pretty good Stardew. It kind of expands on stuff so I like about Stardew, where like sprinklers are actually decent. Girls, in my opinion, they're a lot better than the Stardew sprinklers, where Stardew sprinklers are just 4 spots, where these you just get them immediately off the bat with the all adjacent 8 tiles. Shift. Oh, just a dish, okay. Yeah, that's where I'm like, I kind of wish that there were, like, I kind of wish I could, if I got the, because I did get the Gittergar on my line a few times. I wish that it wasn't fully dependent on my upgrade and fish haul. I wish it was a little bit more luck dependent. Where, hey, if the fish was sluggish, I would get it, but the fish in this game are a little bit more consistent. So that's not something I can really fathom. Well, I'm just doing this because doing, what was it? Diving, this is a calming thing for me, so I can kind of vent in a calm environment while doing stuff, and I can more mindlessly vent here while in the mines where I'm dealing with monsters, and the combat pisses me off. Yeah, combat is just another thing. Combat is, I dodge out of the way, I still get hit. That's my or literally the monster is long gone and I'm getting hit by the vengeful ghost of it. That's also I'm not too much of a fan of it. I probably can keep most of this part, just mostly keep this just to my woes of this game, which it was only like 2 days worth, and I'm probably not cutting a lot of it because I was talking most of it, so I'm probably not going to cut a lot of this out. I might go until I'll probably go until Monday with like clearing and cutscenes, and tack on some cutscenes to the end of this if I encounter any, or save that for next episode. But anyway, sorry this turned out to be kind of a ranty episode, but everyone, thank you for watching. I'm as always Airigo, and I'll see you next one. Goodbye and have an amazing rest of your day.